people. How is everybody doing? All right. Here I am again. Let the Quran speak. This is a very beautiful program, and we have been learning a lot these days, especially in 2022. There are a lot of things going on, okay? And today we are going to go over again Mary Magdalene in the Quran. With the question, is Mary Magdalene written in the Quran or no? So we are going to investigate. Let the Quran speak, because Quran knows everything. Allah knows everything. Everything from A to Z, from Alpha to Omega, from Aleph to Tab, all in all, Quran knows everything. So previously I produced this program, but there was some mistake which I at some point which I was want to add it. I forgot, in the middle, because I was running here and there. So now I am putting it together. Let the Quran speak. Listen, learn. Oh, learn. The Quran, Kalam Allah, is very nice. Please listen.
Welcome back. Now we answer questions we receive from you, our viewers. If you have a question, visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com. Dr. Shabir, the question is, who is Mary Magdalene, and is there any mention of her in Islamic sources?
So I'll start with the last part first. No, unfortunately, there's no mention of Mary Magdalene in the Islamic source that I know of. Certainly no mention in the Quran, and I'm not aware of any hadith that mentions her specifically.
The Quran did not speak about Mary Magdalene? Hey, man, what is going on? What happened? Mary Magdalene is one of the famous figures in the Bible, and we know that she has been serving the Lord, her Lord, and she was the one who declared the resurrection of Jesus to the world, to the whole world. The resurrection of resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead was not pronounced or proclaimed by Peter or the 12 apostles, was rather by Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was one who told the resurrection of Jesus Christ to the whole world. How come she was not in the Quran? What happened to Allah? Did he forget her? Why he keep on forgetting when he mentioned 124,000 prophets? What about Mary Magdalene? Poor Quran, poor Allah, poor the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh, poor Muslim. Let's go ahead.
Though there's a lot of mention of Mary, the mother of Jesus, in the Quran itself and in other Islamic sources. But who is Mary Magdalene? She is known from the Gospels to be a very prominent disciple of Jesus, on whom be peace. But of course, given the circumstances at the times, the male disciples who get the prominence. But she's there in the story at many crucial junctures. She's said to be a woman from whom 7 spirits had been driven. And of course, we're talking about exorcism as a way of dealing with persons at the time who might have had some, mental issues. But nonetheless, she's said to be cured of that. And she was there close to Jesus. And she is the person who is credited in the gospel narratives as one of the first persons to find the tomb of Jesus empty after Jesus was said to have been entombed. In John's Gospel, it seems that she's the only one at a certain juncture, but then later on she says we, so probably there were other women along with her. Outside of the New Testament, there are what are referred to as apocryphal Gospels that make mention of her, and there are several Gospels that do. One gospel is known as the Gospel of Philip, and this gospel speaks of her apparently, because scholars are trying to reconstruct it from fragments. But
this is a reconstruction of the scholars. modern scholars, they are trying to reconstruct, bring something out of nothing, and will give us some more lucid information and tangible information because we do not have the source. Then they are reconstructing. You remember the one we discussed last time, the Quillas or Q. They say Q, gospel. Nobody knows, but we think in the beginning when the gospel mentioned Matthew, Luke, and Mark, they took from some sources which we don't know, maybe lost. But we are reconstructing. That is a reconstruction and the deception of the devil. The deception of the devil.
Our reading into this is that this is referring to Mary Magdalene as the disciple that was beloved to Jesus and that he used to kiss her on the mouth. Apparently, this is what is being said. Now,
Mary Magdalene, he was kissing her on her mouth.
That raises the question of whether Jesus was married at all and whether he might have been married to Mary Magdalene.
So he might have been married. So your Allah said he did not marry. What happened, your Allah? Isa al-Masih bin Maryam, he didn't marry anybody. He did just came and then he went up. We took him. Where are his children? Why your Allah says I took him? He didn't marry. When he come back, he's gonna break the crosses and he's gonna marry. That's what he say. What happened to your Allah? What happened? He forgot? What is Allah has dementia or Alzheimer or something like that? What happened?
But that's very interesting that Mary Magdalene has this kind of prominence, especially in the apocryphal writings, and that she has been dropped into obscurity throughout the ages, now only to be recovered with the discovery of these apocryphal gospels.
So, you talked about the apocryphal gospels. Is she treated with respect more generally within Christianity?
Not that much is said about her, although she is regarded as a saint, or at least with great respect in many branches of Christianity. Yes, so she is treated with respect, but
no, not that much. Yes, she's respected. Yes. All right, let us go. What I told you, these are the Philip Gospels, is called the Gnosticism. That's a gospel.
Gnosticism.
The Gnosticism, according to Merriam-Webster, the thought and pre-practice, especially of various cults of late pre-Christian and early Christian centuries, distinguished by the conviction that matter is evil. Matter is evil. They think everything is evil. This is a Gnostic gospel. The Gnostic gospels, they believe everything is evil. All matter, everything is evil. And that emancipation comes through gnosis. This is they have their own doctrine. These are the false gospels. These are not gospel. They weren't. They came from Egypt. Remember. Now let me say, the word of the Lord comes from Jerusalem and not from Egypt or Mecca. The word of the Lord comes from where? From Jerusalem and not from Egypt, not from Saudi, not from Mecca, not from anywhere else. Now let's go and read from the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house, in the last days, this is a last day prophecy, the prophecy about us, the prophecy about the world situation in the last day, the world, what happened in the world in the last part of the, in the last time of the end of time. That's what it's saying. Mountains of the Lord, the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountain, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it, unto it. All nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God, God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways. He will teach us his ways, and we will walk in the path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law, and out of Jerusalem the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So the word of the Lord comes from Jerusalem. It comes from Zion, not Egypt, not Saudi, not Kuwait, not Bahrain, nothing. No. This is, you have to believe that. We believe that. This is lie and deception, which is, no, we don't believe in Allah. So who are this? This is their library. Nag Hammadi. Hammadi. You see? Nag Hammadi. What is that? Hammadi? Hammadi is an Arabic name. Arab. The fabrication of Arabs. Arabs have been always there to, to spoil the gospel of Jesus from the root. This is an Upper Egypt, Nag Hammadi. Hammadi is the Arabic city or name with Arabic name in Upper Egypt. The Nag Hammadi Library, a collection of 13 ancient books called codexes containing over 50 texts, was discovered in Egypt in 1945. This is discovered in Egypt 1945. You remember this book I show you in Amazon, what we were printing in our printing press, a big printing library, company in here in the US, the second largest
Alert from Google Chrome.
Printing
Righteous Rebellion.
The second in the world. We have been working with that when I was working, and this is the false gospel. This is a false books which came from Egypt. Egypt is not a source of salvation. Egypt is a source of wickedness and slavery. We don't believe it. This is a very, very different religion, and then this is a different dynamic. It was found where? In 1945. So the Gospel of Philip, what he talks was they originally, they say it was in the 3rd and 4th century. Philip, did he live for 100 years after Jesus? A prophet, a disciple of Jesus lived 300 or 400 years? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? This is nothing but lies and fabrication, and these are like especially mandated by the Arabs, the Saudi, all that money tries to, destroy the gospel. So you don't believe any, the gospel of Thomas, the gospel of this, the gospel of that, don't believe it. That's poison. Don't drink it. Don't drink poison. Don't drink a poison. People will read it. Oh, come on. Let me show you. In Amazon, people they gave it 5 stars. Because especially Americans are gullible. When it comes to the gospel, Americans are gullible. They don't know even nothing. The Bible scholars, they know nothing. They just study language and do anything. The lost gospels. Now, come on. These are the Gnostic Gospels are the lost Gospels. So Christians used to say that everything is evil, the creation of God is evil. It's like Muslims. We don't believe that. Everything is beautiful, everything is good, except sin. Sin is that destroyed the world. Sin. These are like 5 stars, 4 stars. Why? Because people are ignorant. Ignorant. They don't have any knowledge. They just drink everything. You just drink everything. These are the lost gospels. And these are the Q gospel. What's the Q gospel? No, we don't know. You say the original. The original. What is the source? No, we reconstructed. There is no source. Nothing. These are lies and deceptions where the Christians, so-called Christians, drink and die. We don't believe in Gnostic gospel. Gnostic gospel is nasty to the gospel. These are lies and fabrications, and it had to be, because in the last day the thief, the destroyer, has to do have to work hard to destroy the Bible. That's what it is in the last days. Those only who know the word, the Lord, will overcome the work of the devil, the work of Satan. The lost gospels, Gnostic, found in Egypt. We don't believe in our faith comes from Zion, from Jerusalem, not from Egypt. We are not Egyptians, okay? We're not. So this man is lying and deceiving, and the poor Quran didn't have Mary Magdalene. Thank you for watching and liking, subscribing. Have a wonderful night. Take care.